Turns out, bruh, DDG's homies is calling him out, bro. I don't know what they calling him out on, but last video we reacted to DDG crashing out because his views dropping. And he was just reacting to his fan base, which he didn't even have to do. But turns out his homies is getting on his ass. So, let's see what bro gotta say.
What's poppin', y'all? It looks like DDG's own peoples are finally calling him out. Because after he pulled up with India Love to the YB concert, and they had their whole going out, I'm gonna play you guys a short clip from that. It'll just be playing in the background because the music is on, but it's the song Nevada by Youngboy, and they're in a suite. Youngboy really got them taken care of, but DDG is somebody that's collaborated with Youngboy when he was doing his rap and stuff, when he was more active in the rap game. And some people say, well, yo, he's still rapping, he just dropped an album. No, I mean active in the rap game when he was 100% dedicated to rapping before he realized that, yo, I can do both of these things, and there's this new generation that I can tap into that doesn't care that I'm a streamer and don't have a stigma towards me for it. But before we get into the second clip, the funny clip that I had to show you guys was DDG talking about his time at the suite and why he had to stay at the show for a little bit longer than he thought.
But I'm glad we stopped. I'm glad I ended the stream because I was going to keep the stream going. But nigga, we end up staying in that suite for like another 30 minutes because they start shooting. Which, you know, is kind of expected. A lot of YN activity. People was fighting at the show. So they start shooting after that mother. People was running inside. I low-key probably should have streamed a little bit just to get y'all hearts racing a little bit.
Damn.
But like, they was shooting and people was running through the, like, after the whole they was breaking down the whole thing, and then the audience start running back into the because they was shooting.
People get into busting guns and fighting at a Youngboy concert. I mean, would it be a Youngboy concert if those things didn't happen? I feel like,
hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, that's facts. That is facts. That is to be expected at a YB concert, bro. Shit, niggas shooting outside of the concert is crazy, but he did influence a lot of a lot of YNs, bro. No bullshit. Yep, it's to be expected. Damn, that's crazy.
you got to count how many happen, not whether or not it happens. It's like, oh, we got 3 fights and 2 people busting guns, or we've got 1 fight at this place. Did he do a show in Utah yet? The reason why I say that is because Youngboy lived in Utah for a while. I don't even know if it's on the tour stop. But regardless, so the clip that started circulating again was in reference to the Are You My Ball series, which I did a whole video on that. You can check it out in the pinned comment. But it was DDG talking about it and his brother Dub react. So I'm going to play that for you guys right now.
Y'all trying to cancel India when the shade was saying the wildest.
What?
The shade was saying the wildest. Ben was saying the wildest. My brother was saying the wildest.
What the f*** I do? Wait, this nigga. Whoa! Whoa! What the f***? That nigga on us to get damn!
Bro, I knew them niggas was gonna be like, what the fuck did I do, bro? Like, damn, nigga just threw me under the bus. I told y'all last video, bro, he give us like, he did it too. Why isn't he in trouble? He giving me them type of vibes, bro. I told y'all that shit, man. I told y'all, bro. I'm probably right. I'm still not gonna say it's all the way true, but like, he giving me them vibes, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
So here you've got, I think I never saw this clip, but the fact that he's dropping names is crazy. I mean, he could have just said, yo, you know, everybody was talking trash. Come on, like, you're going to pretend like everybody else wasn't doing it? That's one thing. But to start naming your mans by name, and keep in mind, he's throwing his own brother under the bus for this. He's like, yo, y'all didn't have the same energy with Dub. Dog, That's where I gotta look at it like, damn, man, this is where you gotta think DDG's a little bit dangerous when his chick is around, or maybe when chicks, quote, in general are around. Because Dub, his brother, beat somebody up, was facing a potential lawsuit because that person called your music trash. Or, because he called you doo-doo garbage. Dog, what? Let's not remember that. It was DreamCon. Yeah, they were at DreamCon. They were at a convention. Somebody says something to DDG, and the first instinct of his brother is to go throw hands. Goes and gets into it with that guy. The guy comes on the next day trying to cry and talk about, I was just saying something. And we don't know what came of that situation. Probably couldn't afford a lawyer. The lawyer was like, hey, man, listen, this isn't going to work out too hot for you. And this was in the time when the Halle Bailey situation was going on too. So this was a rough time period for DDG. And his brother just hops in, doesn't even think about it. His first instinct is to do that. And then here, DDG's first instinct is to throw everybody under the bus to cover his girl. And some people may call it overreacting, but I mean, his own brother was like, come on, dog. And you could say it's for stream, but even Ben Dedon, who's homies with DDG, had to call this behavior out as well. So I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
Shay was saying a wild Ben was saying a wild.
Oh! What the? That just triggered me again. Why do I got tire marks on the top of my head, Diddy? Diddy, if it's like that, you might well come out with her. Y'all might well pop out. Cause all that, oh, we just friends, it's just content. Not if you throwing your nigga and them up on the bus.
Nah, that's low-key facts, bro. If you throw your mans under the bus for a girl, she gotta be your main bitch. Like, you gotta, really fuck with her, bro. You really fuck with her if you doing all that. You doing way too much for this female that you just so-called be just friends with. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro. What's in the dark gonna come out to light, man.
Diddy, what I want y'all to do is tomorrow y'all post a kissy picture with y'all. I don't want no slide, no dump, none of that. You trying to hide that girl in like the 8th picture on the slide or something. No. Be proud of your lady, man. We love India, but you need to.
Ben is completely right here. He's right to be triggered. He's right to respond in the way that he does. And he's genuinely he's annoyed by it. He's not angry by it or mad about it, but he's for sure annoyed. He's playing it up. The guy's a comedian. He's a funny guy. But he's right in that he's like, yo, you guys are pretending to everybody else like you're not together, but you're throwing us under the bus in order to defend her. So who is she for you to do all this? Because if we're your homies, we're your, not day ones, but we're locked in, even your brother, right? And you're throwing us under the bus to defend her. She can't just be a regular friend because we're closer to you than a regular friend. So what is she at that point? You've got to care about her to a certain level. Otherwise, you would have just let her get slaughtered like you've done to other people in the past. And slaughtered just you get a lot of negative feedback on the stream. DDG does try to mitigate that. Even when he was doing a bunch of streams with that girl, Wendy Ortiz, he tries to have his own audience show because he knows if they just get to throwing hate and spewing hate at chicks, then chicks won't want to be on the stream anymore. It's a business decision. But here with India, it's a completely different story because even DDG's audience, DDG's own homies, they're like, dog, you're moving crazy with this. What's going on? And that's because they don't want to announce a relationship. And I don't know why they don't want to announce that, even though they're moving in that way. I don't know, all the other chicks that see DDG, maybe he wants to keep his options open. Maybe he doesn't want it to turn into people hating her more because they might hate her even more and blame her for everything that happens on DDG stream or lack of what happens on DDG stream. If he calls it that, they might say, oh man, now he's kicking it with these chicks when he's got a girl. But if it's going to blow back on your own guys like this, and I cannot believe that he actually name dropped him. That's the craziest part in order to defend her. And this is defending her from his audience. It's not like the other girls were talking, and he was defending her from the other girls. There's a clip of that. The whole story is in the pinned comment. It's a long story, and it's funny because even the comment sections on the TikTok that both resurfaced on Dub's feed that Ben Don was reacting to, they're saying throwing the bros under the bus for a worn out ball. I just had to read that one comment. That using his own.
Damn. His chat cooking him, bro. He said throwing the bros under the bus for a worn out ball. Yeah. Hey, man. That was disrespectful. That had to be more disrespectful than that one girl on that show calling her 30 years old. That's crazy. Hey, man. If you ain't built for this internet shit, don't do it. You got niggas like this, won't hold back. They will speak their mind. They'll tell you some shit that might get under your skin. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't built for this, don't do it.
Metaphor against him or his own saying against him.
Look at that, bro. 1,900 likes. I'm telling you, bro. 32 replies.
Is hilarious. But I don't know. I can't help but feel like DDG is not. India Love was definitely somebody DDG was after maybe 10 years ago. So perhaps it's like that same situation when that rich dude, that billionaire married, I don't know, or had a kid with Janet Jackson. He probably grew up and looked up to Janet Jackson. Yeah, same way that Zion Williamson impregnated that.
I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about. I have no idea what he's talking about. But hey man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit down in the comments, man. I love y'all boys. I hope y'all enjoyed. See y'all in the next video. I'm out.